Right, so we're still looking at armbar escapes. We looked at getting the elbow to the ground. Let's look at if I can't get the elbow to the ground, just usually put me in the armbar or just just jump over from there. So this is 2 legs over, we're in our position. So we looked at last time how if there was space at his left heel, okay, I'm looking to start pendulating my legs. Again, let's talk about the grips again. So again, from here, I do never want to grip like this because Glenn can actually go for a wrist lock on that. So I want to hide the arm that he's going to armbar by covering it with the arm that's free, that's not getting armbarred. Again, I'm looking to feel where his connection is. And if his left heel isn't close to my head, I'm going to start pendulating my legs and looking to withdraw my elbow from that position. Now, I don't want him lifting his leg back over and putting me in the triangle, so I'll be using head pressure, and then I can turn the corner. But let's look at if he's tight. So he's in the same position again, but his heel is tight to my head. For the getting your elbow to the ground escape, I need to move my head. Now I can't. His other foot's going to be in my hip, and he's pinching his knees again. Nothing's really changed from this position. We still have our control because I don't want my arm flopping around. I need to keep my arm safe till I start working the escape. So traditionally, clearing the head is taught you make a Modileon grip on my bicep, and then my free hand is going to come inside and grab the back of his knee, and then from that position I would be pushing on his leg and clearing my head and getting my head on top of his leg. Okay. Sometimes even from there I'll grab onto my own collar. Then from here I would be putting my head on the mat, turning into Glenn, and now I'm inside the guard. The problem is that with that is it can be very difficult to do because Glenn's leg is stronger than my arms. I mean, his leg is going to be the strongest part of his body. So from our position when we're here, when I make that Modileon grip, pushing this off can be difficult. So instead of pushing it off, I'm going to put, just lift your leg 1 second, bro. I'm going to put my hand on the top of my head. The detail is, I turn my wrist in and I point my elbow up to make a slope on my arm. I'm going to take the profile. Once I free my head, it's going to be difficult for Glenn to get his leg back over my head. So what I'm after is this, and I'm just going to run my hand through my head or over the top of my head to free my head. Just take it back on again. No. So we're here, we're in our position. Again, I never want to make space between my fingers and then try to grab my bicep. The minute I let go, he's just going to take the arm bar. So from our position, when I open my hands, my right hand never loses connection with my support hand. So from there, it's just sliding up. At any stage, if I feel Glenn pulling on it, I can just find my wrist. And now I'm feeling it until I grab my bicep. Now my free hand is going on the side of my head or my forehead. From there, I turn my elbow in and I turn my wrist in, I tuck my chin. So another detail is I have my chin tucked. Okay, this just creates a profile, so it's very, very hard for Glenn to keep the leg over the head. So now from there, I just push. Once my head is free, I'm going to grab the pants and I physically lift my head and put my head on the mat. Once I'm there, then I'll turn into Glenn and back inside his closed guard. Let's take a look at that again. So from our position, we are here. The thing about, I can't get my elbow to the mat. See the way Glenn's pulled his heel in? Just turn this way down. But notice the way when he pulls his heel in, there'll always be space here. Okay? So I'm looking for the clearing of the head escape anytime that's happening. So again, I have my grips. I never have daylight between my hands, so I just slide my hand up to my bicep and my left hand is just going to go on my head. I turn my wrist in, I tuck my chin and I point my elbow up So now I have cleared my head. Now, Glenn will be trying to lift his leg back over again, and that can be difficult because now there's a slope. Just turn this way, buddy. Yep. I've created a slope with my left forearm. If he tries to lift his leg back over my head once I've cleared it, it's very, very difficult. Now, sometimes he might swing it towards my right hip, so he might bring it all the way over, and that can give me an opportunity to get into passing positions as well. So that can open up different pathways. So again, from our position, we make the grips. I find my bicep. I put my hand on my head. I tuck my chin. My wrist is tucked in and my elbow comes up. Once I run my hand over my head and I clear my head, I'm going to physically grab the pants, and then I don't want the leg coming back over again. So I lift my butt and I put my head on the mat. Then I can turn into them. If that makes sense. Using the clearing of the head with the combination of elbow to the ground works really well as well, because sometimes what happens is, say he's in the Jujigatami position again, and we're here. Sometimes if there's space and I start to work the clearing of the head, sometimes then Glenn might cross his ankles, which you see a lot. Okay, because now he knows I'm trying to push this over my head. But anytime he crosses his ankles, there's nothing controlling my head. So I'm going to start pendulum my legs, and now I can withdraw my head, clear my head, so then my elbow, and get my elbow to the ground, and we can start working the pass. So that is our second armbar escape, where we are clearing the head.